Here, I'll just... Well, actually, no, I want chat on. Here we go. Okay. So, yeah, we completed the A to Z challenge. Fun challenge, although I will say, except for Zelda 2, it was pretty easy, I will say. 30 minutes should work. But anyways, I just want to go through every game. I'll talk about it for just a minute. Amazing Penguin was actually pretty amazing, I will say. It's for a Game Boy game, it's pretty amazing. There's a couple things that I think could be fixed in the game. It doesn't check inputs every frame, which I think can kind of ruin things. However, it was fun to get the record. I actually did get a world record in this challenge, and it was the first game. So yeah, Amazing Penguin was a lot of fun. No RNG. So, Bonk's Adventure was actually not as hard as I remember it. I don't remember it. I remembered it being harder than it was. But Bonk's Adventure was actually a lot of fun. And even though my time is not the fastest, it was still a fun game to play. So, Call of Duty World at War. It wasn't like glitchy or anything. There was one out of bounds trick that I was able to get. But I will say it was just an okay run. It's still my favorite Call of Duty game, but not the greatest speed run, even like for just me. I would probably run other Call of Duty games, but as far as like actual speed runs compared to like, you know, a top tier speed run or whatever, I don't really know. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, bongos. My arms got really tired playing this. It was fun though. Even with no real strats, it was a fun game. This game wasn't that bad as a speedrun. As a casual game, like this game is actually freaking terrible, but it was not like a bad speedrun, which is shocking. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Also, I made a tutorial for this game if anybody wants to run this for themselves. Fable 2, I'm glad I was able to run another Fable game. I'm glad I completed the trilogy. That was something I've wanted to do for a while, so I'm glad I was able to do it. I did glitchless, just because the actual glitches was just like money glitches and it involved 2 controllers, and I was just like, nah, I'll just do glitchless, which was still fun. A lot of running around and a lot of cutscenes and a lot of dialogue. Probably won't run this again, but it was still alright. I'm glad we took out Gadget Twins. I'm glad we took it out. Gadget Twins was just an unfair game. Garfield Caught in the Act is actually a solid game. It's actually pretty solid. I don't know why I didn't just pick this first. Like, I should have just picked it first. It would have been more fun. Hexic. It was just fun. Should probably update this. Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Oh, is Zara requesting music? I might put it on in a little bit. Maybe halfway through this, I'll put it on. But yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Infamous ended up being the longest game in the challenge, and a sick game. It was very sick, but also like, I mean, there's some glitches and there's some tricks, but it's the Solstice theme, but with Plock sound font. Oh, okay, I might check that out then. But yeah, Infamous I still love. I mean, as a speedrun, it's mostly just doing the game itself fast, which can be fun, and yeah. So, Infamous is pretty solid. Jazz Jackrabbit, we're definitely gonna run episodes 4 through 6 at some point. We might even do the Christmas episodes in December for fun. We'll see. I'll keep that on the list. But yeah, I'm glad we played this. Jazz Jackrabbit, very fast game. I'm terrible at this game, but it was still fun. It's a blast. Kid Dracula was fine. It was fine. Didn't love it, but didn't hate it. It was just fine. That's really all I can say for this one. But there's a couple neat things in here, but yeah. Alright. Let's see here. I want to listen to it myself. I'm going to put it on my headphones. Alright. Alright, not bad. Okay. Let's explore. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know. Let's explore the airport. Arguably, and I'm serious, this is a childhood favorite of mine, and I still absolutely love this game. The speedrun is just not good. This speedrun is not good. There's too much RNG. There's too much randomness, and you just waiting for a bag to get in the bin. It's still a fun game. I still like it. I can't hate it, but as a speedrun, nah, just doesn't work. I forgot I did Mario Kart Wii. It was all right. It's Mario Kart. You can't hate Mario Kart. I played with a GameCube controller though, because the motion controls were worse than I remember them being. It's still fun though. I'm glad I got a time at least. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, I feel the exact same way. Fun game, but nothing too substantial, nothing too crazy. Shoutouts to me accidentally playing Lucy's arcade mode twice because I can't menu. Yeah. Operation C was actually pretty fun. I don't know why this game took a while to learn, but once you finally got through it, it clicks. This game clicks. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Professor Layton. Oh, it was the best game in the list. Of course it was the best game in the list. Why would it be anything else? I will say I would probably do this one more time, but honestly, it was alright. It was alright. It's a lot of mashing, which, depending on who you are, you'll either love it or hate it. But I thought this game was fine. It's fun to do it quickly and just know the answers immediately. That's the fun part. I'm glad we ran a Layton game, and I might run the other two that I've played before. I might. Quantum of Solace. Quantum of Solace was, I don't know, arguably, like, it was better than Bloodstone, at least. It's a better game than Bloodstone was. But it's not that, I don't want to say good, but, like, there's nothing really much to talk about here. It's just, like, okay, I guess. Like, sure. Alright, that was cool. I'm going back to this, though. Alright. It was alright. It was okay. I'm glad I did it, but I probably wouldn't do it again. Run Saber, shockingly, is actually a pretty badass game. I actually kind of liked this one. Run Saber. Yeah, Ariel, if you want me to change music, we can. Run Saber does slap. A little bit difficult at parts, but it honestly it's still a pretty good game. This is fine. Okay. But yeah. Scooby-Doo Mystery 2959. I forgot I was 1 second away. It's a fun point and click. I'd say it's probably on the same tier of like as far as like execution, it's probably on the same tier of like Uninvited or Shadowgate. Yeah, just nothing too long because we're almost done. But yeah, it was still fun to actually play the entire scenarios for this game, but probably wouldn't do this again just because I was pretty satisfied with my run overall. Teen Titans. The only reason we didn't do console is because that game crashes all the time, but we played GBA, and I'm glad we got a GBA game in here. It actually was fun. It was fun. I'm not very good at it, and I don't know how to do any of the tricks because there's no guides or anything, so I was clueless on that. But Teen Titans was okay. Uncharted 2 was a lot more fun than I was actually anticipating. I'm glad we changed the category, because no major glitches. In my opinion, I thought this was going to be more fun than the regular any %, because in regular any %, you skip everything. Yeah, this game, surprisingly, I was very surprised. This game's fun. I might even go back to it, we'll see. That's up in the air. We haven't done Uncharted 3, 4, or Lost Legacy yet, though, so... Alright, Zara has requested another song. Ooh. Hell yeah. Alright. This will close it out nice. Okay. Vice, we're going back to this game. I'm not thrilled with my time, but I was okay with it for now. This game is sick. This game is absolutely sick. Loved it. Thank you very much. Okay. As I was saying, Vice slaps. World of Illusion was actually not too bad. It's pretty easy, I would say, but it's actually not too bad. The audio in the game is a little rough, but it's actually not that bad. I was kind of surprised on this game. X-Men Mojo World. This is the only choice we had for this. And I'll admit it wasn't the worst thing I've ever played. This is arguably the worst game in the challenge, though, arguably. It was okay, I guess. It's fun to get a time, but why play it otherwise? Like, why do it otherwise, you know? Now, you want to talk about hard games? These last two. Yoshi's Crafted World is hard to do fast and hard to get right. It is easy casually. It is easy casually if you take your time. And I ended up playing it a little too safe on the day of my run, but like I said, it's actually all right. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Let's get serious for just a little bit here. Not that I wasn't serious before, but let's remain serious for this last one, okay? I think Zelda 2 is a good speedrun, and I get why people love it. I think the game has great music. I think the controls in the game are pretty solid. But fuck this game. The AI and the RNG, if it gets you, you are struggling. So here's the thing, I'll always tell people Zelda 2 is like a good game, it's a good speedrun. I agree, that's what I believe. I think it's a good game, it's a good speedrun, like, but at the same time, I am so happy to be done with it. Like, I'm so happy to be done with it. Yeah, that's my stance on Zelda 2. I think it's fun, but at the same time, like I said, I was thrilled when I was done. This was a fun challenge, and inadvertently we saved the hardest game for last, so it kind of worked out. But also, we finally ran Zelda 2, which is a game, a NES game that I should have ran a long time ago, but took until now for us to do it. What was, I think I know Ariel's answer. What was your favorite game in this challenge? And what was your least favorite? I think my favorite, honestly, my favorite might have been Uncharted 2. I think this was my favorite. Like, Vice is cool, but I was surprised by Uncharted 2. And then least favorite, my least favorite speedrun was Let's Explore the Airport. My least favorite game was X-Men Mojo World. Quantum of Solace is close to the bottom, but it just barely wins out. Your favorite's probably Vice or Run Saber. Those are good choices. Do we even have... Yeah, we know he loves Layton, which yeah. Gosh plus. Is that New Game Plus? All right, well, anyways, I'll make this little bit that I just did, I'll highlight it on its own and I'll export it and I'll make that like the last video in the YouTube playlist, but That was totally inventional. That's the perfect place to end it. All right. Well, anyways, A to Z challenge is complete for both Twitch users and YouTube viewers who were watching the challenge. I hope you enjoyed. I hope if any of the games that you have never seen before, I hope you found them interesting, found them unique, because that was kind of the idea. Some of these games were gimmies, like Mario Kart Wii. I mean, everybody knows what Mario Kart is. Professor Layton, Ariel watches my stream, so yeah. A to Z challenge is all done. So thank you very much for the support over the past couple months. Much appreciated.